now that Wanda's back, I feel like the band is finally back together. Can't wait to get some one-on-one time with her. Miss that witch.
Go easy on her, Robbie. She's been through a lot. It might be a while before things go back to normal again.
Normal? Since when were we ever normal? But Nico is right. Wanda might not be as social as we would like her to be.
I just want to make sure she knows that we love her and are happy to have her home.
Maybe start slow with something familiar, like a movie night.
Blade, you just read my mind.
Wow, really? What am I thinking now?
You must have a mind for it to be read, Robbie.
I meant let's have a watching party in Wanda's honor.
I think she's really gonna like that.
You must have... Thanks for letting me tag along today. I feel better already. But man, fighting demon hordes is almost as exhausting as fighting Avengers. Forgot how relaxing it is to just zone out and watch a good movie after a long day of battle.
You seem to be adjusting well after...
I don't want to talk about it. So you want to join us?
That sounds lovely.
All right.
Wanda, are those three women witches?
They are.
They do not seem like witches.
That's because they don't know they have powers. Yet. And if they did, they would be wise to hide them.
Reminds me of how all the witches tried to hide themselves in 17th century Salem.
Times really haven't changed that much. If there is one thing I know for sure, it is that power frightens people. And when people get frightened, well, you know, you literally lived around the times of the Salem witch trials.
I was a young child, but yes, Caretaker and Agatha were terrified of being found out in those days.
I know the feeling. Sometimes I just wished I was, you know, normal. Things would have been easier for me growing up.
Easier in what way? Sounds like there is a story there.
There's always a story, but this is movie night, not a therapy session. And I really don't know you that well.
Fair enough.
Besides, we should be paying attention to the movie. We're just getting to the good part.
Are those witches actually charmed by that awful man?
Well, he is the devil. Sort of.
Then why do they not just turn him into a toad or banish him?
Because they're good witches, Hunter. Like I hope to be one day.
Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunkies. You've got an endless supply of practice dummies to beat on.
I needed that. this bowl always here?
Small victories, Hunter, are always worth celebrating.
All is prepared for the ritual.
How exactly will we talk to the Salem Coven?
You'll see. Come, the moon is right. We don't have much time.
What is all this?
Everyone knows you can't commune with the spirits without plenty of candles, dear. Witchcraft 101. I would stand back if I were you.
I expected a solemn ritual, but I think you are enjoying this.
I haven't been part of a seance in years. And look, it's working.
Is that a tree?
That's not just any tree. It's the hanging tree. Those old girls hid the moon seal in plain sight. Shaw would have never suspected the seal was hidden in the very place he murdered his enemies. Hunter?
Where might I find this hanging tree?
In the time of the Salem Coven, it was not far from Shaw's church. The Abbey's magic tends to rearrange things, though. You may have to explore in order to find it.
What is this? This must be the hanging tree. How many innocents died under these branches? The gods are fickle. Autumn does not answer.
Wanda being home won't feel right until we have a movie night.
It's a risk.
Yes, dear?
The Coven revealed a tree. Where is it?
The hanging tree. So many innocent lives lost. Shaw made that tree his personal executioner. A coward wouldn't have wanted to get his hands dirty unless he had to. You'll find it across one of the great transient bridges that appeared here when they transported the Abbey to this place.
And when I find it?
I don't know what magic they used to cloak the Moon Seal's power there, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's good to have you around again.
Reprieves, no matter how brief, grant us all a moment to reflect and breathe. I hope Tony doesn't take too long.
We got Wanda back, straightened out Johnny Blaze, and are gonna totally vaporize the Parchment of Power. What could possibly go wrong? I hope that wasn't too confident of me. I just really want Lilith to go away. Forever.
It's almost a shame we have to waste your talents on Hydra, but I suppose if we don't dispose of him, no one will. In any case, impressive work, Hunter. Ah, Hunter, another successful operation against the...
Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Interesting magic, isn't it? Were you able to make it work?
Yes. It responded to my voice.
Excellent, my dear. You always exceed expectations. Try using different combinations of words and offerings. You never know what you might get. It's all until we speak again.
Hi.
Wanda's return is an auspicious omen, although Sarah might feel differently.
Feeling well today, dear? Goodbye, for now.
Hi, kiddo.
Heard about the Limbo adventure.
Blade and we've worked with Johnny before.
That doesn't sit right with me, Hunter. Blaze tried to sell us out and we're still going to trust him.
Mephisto is no one we wish to trifle with.
Robbie's hero worship is among my chief worries these days. Our allies and friends give me pause, Hunter.
Good girl, Charlie.
Perhaps Ileana mistrusts me because my facial hair resembles Mephisto's.
We have a tough choice ahead, Hunter, and I could use your input. Do we have the Apocalypse canceled party in Malibu or New York? Still not sure about Blaze or Wanda for the guest lists, but if there's someone's +1, I'll have Happy look the other way.
The tower bells are ringing. My favorite childhood prank. But I have not heard them in so long.
Stop being so defensive and listen to us, Robbie.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
No need to be worried. I got this.
I don't think you fully understand what you're carrying. The parchment packs a lot of evil.
And what? You don't think I can handle it? I'll have you know that you aren't the only one who has a corner on controlling darkness. Just ask Sparky.
We're just concerned.
Concerned? You're starting to sound an awful lot like Caretaker, Nico.
Since when did you become such a jerk?
Since he started carrying that damn page, that's
Why
when...
don't you worry about yourself, Blade?
Whatever you say, Robbie. Why don't you go find Peter?
Well, maybe I will. I'm out.
Well, we tried.
The parchment of power is no joke. Then again, neither is Robbie. Let's just hope he's right and he can handle it.
Yeah, let's hope.
Once you are a son, you never really leave, no matter where you go. In any case, I hope we can continue fighting side by side in the future. If there is a future, that is.
Ileana, you and the SUNS are the future. At least, you have given me hope for it.
Don't get too sentimental on me, Hunter. I was just beginning to like you.
Have time to talk, Hunter? I saw you witnessed our disagreement in the hallway earlier.
I did.
Yet you didn't say anything.
I did not.
The parchment contained some of the darkest, most twisted magic that's ever existed. Robbie's my friend, but I don't think he's strong enough to withstand those forces. If he doesn't pass that page off to someone else, it's going to consume him.
You may have your doubts, but Robbie is tough. Tougher than you realize.
I wish I could share your optimism, Hunter. Everything related to the dark hole turns my stomach.
Maybe so. But I have complete faith that Robbie is strong enough to carry the parchment for as long as we need him to.
How much longer is he expected to hold the page?
We are all waiting on Stark. Until he can finalize his plan to destroy it, we wait.
All I can say is Stark had better hurry.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Sometimes, I even impress myself. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, we never close.
Something to keep us occupied? Your craftsmanship must be improving, Tony. So, do you have much experience with smithing? Perhaps you should put your suit on for this. Farewell.
Let's converse. Hey, can I ask a favor? Yes? You have problem? Good to see Wanda back with her team.
Wait, you're what? So glad you see it too. It seems to me that he's risking himself all for destroying the parchment.
Point taken. We will have to keep an eye on him. Make sure the cage isn't having any strange effects on him.
Maybe we can get Hunter to talk to him. See if he's okay.
Not a bad idea.
I wouldn't have... Someone's gotta do something about Robbie. Someone's gotta do something about Robbie.
Something about Jeremiah Kane's statue drew me. Guess it's that old Spirit of Vengeance connection, huh?
Like you, Kane carried more burdens than any one man should.
Yep, so he knew how the big honor could also become a curse.
Do you feel like you have been cursed?
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome to be one of the Midnight Suns and have the incredible responsibility of carrying the Parchment of Power. But it also really sucks.
If luck is with us, you will not have to carry the parchment for long.
I can carry it for as long as necessary. However long Blaze had it, I can keep it for as long or longer.
I did not mean to imply you did not have what it takes.
But I do have what it takes. And I don't need luck.
Blaze's betrayal probably soured your outlook.
About that. I keep thinking about what happened back in Limbo. Right before all the fighting broke out, when Blaze told me you were the key to the parchment, the prophecy, all of it. And that if we took you out, the world might survive.
Robbie.
I know what you're gonna say. Don't trust Blaze. I get it. Which is why I'm thinking I should read this parchment for myself and find out exactly what caused him to get so worked up about you.
I do not know what Blaze read. I am not a mind reader, nor are you. Which is why I am asking you to trust me. Forget what Blaze said. Forget what could be on that parchment.
I can't just forget it, Hunter. What am I supposed to do? bake a loaf of sourdough and try not to think about having the directions for the end of the world riding around in me?
Oh, do you bake?
Nothing more complicated than instant brownies.
That is too bad. I would love a warm loaf of bread right now. To break bread together would be more meaningful than the words of 100 parchments.
Fine, forget it. I'm not gonna read the page. Happy now?
I am relieved, yes. But what are you going to do instead?
I'm gonna do what I normally do. Sit and worry. And hope Stark hurries up with whatever he's building in the forge.
That may take a while.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. After all this, I better get a statue of my own around here. Oh, my bad.
Ah, I see. That is something. Fascinating. Interesting.
Just tell me.
I already told you.
That was just a bunch of hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Authored by the hand of a corrupted elder god, vile, unspeakable evil power contained within its pages. I get it. The Darkhold is bad. But I'm a scientist. I need facts, examples, highlights, lowlights.
Are you really asking me for a book report on the Darkhold?
I mean, I could just blast the page to smithereens without knowing the context, but understanding it is so much more interesting.
Context or no context, I'm still skeptical that your plan will actually work.
Well, okay, then share your deep insights with me, Dr. Spooky. Come on, spill the beans.
I have no beans to spill, Tony. I think I need some fresh air.
I hope Robbie's doing okay.
I guess you're wondering why Strange and I were getting into it?
I saw enough.
He gets so huffy and precious when it comes to his magic stuff. Everything has to be shrouded in mystery, like he's on stage in Vegas or something. I think he's afraid I'm going to turn around and become an even greater sorcerer than he is.
I thought you were trying harder to understand Strange and his magic.
I am. That's why I was asking him all those questions about the Darkhold.
So why the antagonism?
Because I don't understand it yet, and that bothers me.
Do you believe you can understand it?
Maybe I'll get it eventually. I always do. It's just... he's really good at it.
Surely there is a way for you both to work together in harmony.
You'll never catch us in the same barbershop quartet. But, given enough time, I'm sure I can reverse engineer an Elder God's programming language. Sure, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying, but that's not my problem.
So you think the Darkhold is no different from some fabulous bit of technology?
Oh, absolutely. And like any other fabulous bit of technology, it's only a matter of time before I figure out how to do what I want to do with it. Every problem has a solution, my resurrected friend. And I'm going to find it.
It will be a challenge, but I know you can handle it.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Actually, you can tell me several times. I'm such a shameless sucker for praise.
And what about Strange? Are you going to let him sulk?
Oh, I'll find Dr. Spooky later, and explain my position clearly. Make sure he understands.
It might help if you stop calling him Dr. Spooky.
Yeah, you're right. I should use his name. Stephen Spooky.
I give up.
Well, don't give up yet. You need to get the research going on the Gamma Accelerator. I've got the pieces and Dad's research, and I'm ready to go. I'm serious about getting the research started. Parchment isn't going to blow itself up.
want the magic highlights, Tony? Here's your highlight. We'll get started right away. Good day, Hunter.
Robbie's walking around with a magical bomb in his chest, and it's insane that people think that's okay. I mean, it seems like Caretaker understands the danger, but nobody else wants to hear it.
I know it may not seem that way, but people will listen to what you have to say. They trust and respect you.
Oh, that's sweet, Hunter. Thank you. But if that's true, then why does Robbie still have the page? Why doesn't Stark keep it in some kind of protective case or something?
I said people were willing to listen to you. I did not mean all people. Tony cannot hear others over the sound of his own voice.
I mean, be honest with me. Do you really think Stark's plan is gonna work? Because, you know what I think? I think this is all about Stark getting back at Banner. And Robbie's just a tool for him to use, like everything else in the Forge.
Robbie agreed to this plan. No one forced him to do it.
He may not have agreed if he knew the dangers, and I don't think Tony's been clear about that.
We are all in danger. But I do think Tony owes us an explanation for his behavior.
I swear, if anything happens to Robbie...
And what exactly do you think will happen to Robbie while he is carrying the parchment?
I don't know exactly. Maybe the magic in the page will drive him insane. Maybe it'll wreck his body. Who knows? But I really don't want to sit around waiting to find out. I just hope Robbie makes it through this in one piece.
Thanks for checking in on Robbie, Hunter. Did he mention...
Careful, Hunter. Punches are flying fast around here. I came out here to cool down. Carol kindly suggested I work out my frustrations on the punching bag. Her suggestion was wise.
I am afraid I know the source of your frustrations.
If you think this source has got salon-sculpted facial hair and an ego the size of Montana, then you are correct.
As usual, you have displayed keen wisdom by putting several rooms between yourself and Stark.
At this point, if I even hear the sound of his feet on the stone, I'll sock it to him, as the kids say these days.
Try to maintain that healthy distance. That is all I ask.
The problem with Tony is that he's too cavalier. I suppose that attitude has contributed to his success, but he can't do it with the arcane. It's a completely different realm. One that will deal him a brutal defeat if he doesn't change his ways.
You do not think he can destroy the Parchment of Power?
I don't think he understands just what the page represents. His whole life has been ones and zeros. The forces that shaped the Darkhold were powerful long before numbers or technology. They exist outside of the theory of relativity or quantum mechanics. They are elemental and esoteric as the rules of the dream space.
I hope the two of you can reach an understanding.
If he wants to work things out, he knows where to find me. Hopefully, my aggressions will have been worked out by then. That'll show him. I wouldn't have guessed we'd become such fast friends, Hunter, but I welcome your company.
Bunazua. Hi, Hunter. It's nice to finally meet you, while I'm feeling like myself again.
Show no mercy.
Easy enough.
For the mother.
Still want a fight?
Nothing to report. Kiss it goodbye.
Very effective.
Now for something real special. Never gets the job done.
Ready? You'll suffer an eye for an eye.
Guess I'll be keeping him busy. Just what I need.
Let's give it a go. A gift from ancient traditions.
Together we are.
That looked like it hurt.
More than enough. This could prove powerful.
Let me show you the ropes. Just what this battle requires.
Smell the power in your veins. My mother's house.
Cute trick.
Submit.
Pay for your mistake.
tough, but still. It's on the other.
He will sustain us.
Whatever works for you.
Not looking good for you. You don't want to get up.
Interesting tactic.
Now it's mine.
Not bad.
Maybe it's time you quit this racket. I'm done waiting.
Let's not waste any more time.
До свидания. This will help.
Greatly appreciated.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Coming to book club tonight?
Meet you there.
After you.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
If you haven't already, you should welcome Logan. I'm good if you are.
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
This George Washington reminds me of you.
You'd better not say it's the hair.
No, you keep counsel at Central. Once you make up your mind, you assign missions to the rest of us.
Huh. Leads like George Washington. I'll take it. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
You could order me a pizza.
Nope, we're too far from New York City.
That is a shame. Pizza could build consensus.
You're not wrong. That's how I used to get the Hulk on board. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is... Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent. But there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
You calling it?
Yeah, I am done.
Peace.
Acunis ad sepulchrum.
Agatha, what are you doing?
Casting a protection spell over the Abbey. Now that we are in possession of the Parchment of Power, we must be vigilant in guarding against its influences.
What can I do to help?
You can't. This is a very rare form of sorcery, practiced only by those who have passed from this realm. But you can watch over the others. This spell will only prevent the worst type of harm the parchment can inflict, but can't stop it from making mischief completely.
Mischief? What sort of mischief?
There's no way of knowing for sure. But if there's one thing I am sure of, it's this. The words etched onto the page were written by Chthon himself. Not even my magic can silence them. They will affect us, if only in whispers. I mean, they're probably affecting us right here, right now, and won't stop. Not until Stark finally manages to nuke it from space.
Then there is hope.
There sure is. But until that happens, we need to protect ourselves. Speaking of, I should really finish this incantation. The spell cannot be completed without it.
I will leave you to it then.
Sleep well, Hunter. If you can.
Tension's so thick I could claw it to shreds.
Something, or someone, is going to snap. Did you hear Tony and Strange arguing? Who's next? Parker and Nico? Seen good troops lose their minds not knowing if a tank was going to mortar their bunkers, but seeing seasoned, enhanced heroes walking on eggshells is a new kind of unsettling.
Are you all right? You have not said much.
It's hard to explain.
You could try.
The Abbey is just... I don't know how to put this, but it's too quiet.
You could drive the hell ride around the Abbey grounds.
You know how dead caretaker would kill me if I did donuts in the yard.
Moderately dead. I have done worse.
Like what?
When I was 12, I rolled our wagon off a mountain road to see if I could make it fly.
Could you?
Not at all.
You gotta tell me that story.
Maybe later. What has you frustrated?
I think I'm homesick. This is the longest I've ever been from the neighborhood, from Gabe. I think it's getting to me. I know I can't go home until this is over, but knowing doesn't make it easier.
All right, where is Magik?
No idea. Why?
You're going to stop my mother, right now. Then we will get you home.
Hunter, I appreciate the initiative, but I don't think we're ready for that quite yet.
Methodical preparation is the smarter approach. Perhaps we can try tomorrow.
Hey, after all this, if you ever need to get away, you're always welcome to crash at my place.
Are you certain?
Friends are always welcome in my home. Oh, speaking of which, you and Parker will need to fight over who gets the couch and who gets the air mattress. Oh!
Buonazua. Chaos magic is a huge drain on my mental health, you know. have lots to talk about. Too much.
Are you finally beginning to understand now? Family protects one another. Family loves one another. Family would do anything to save one another. Is that not what these heroes of yours preach? Then why abandon you at the doorstep of that wretched pretender Mephisto, my precious child?
My family saved me. It was the coward Blaze that sold me out.
Perhaps. Still, Blaze is no coward. And he is most certainly not a friend to Mephisto. For him to have made such a deal, all the more reason I must have the page.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hear me, child. Say what you will about Johnny Blaze, but his soul is one of the strongest I have ever encountered. He has carried the parchment for decades without succumbing to its call, battled angels and demons alike, and rattled the thrones of far too many gods.
It almost seems like you admire him.
I simply state the facts. Now he is free of the page, and another takes on the mantle of its guardian.
Robbie.
Do you really think he will prevail over the parchment of power?
You were right, Mother.
I am?
Robbie will never be Johnny Blaze. He will become something far greater. I gladly place my fate and that of the world in his hands.
My original offer still stands. If you truly value your friend, relieve him of his burden and surrender the parchment to me. Ignore my warning, and Blaze's betrayal will be a fond memory compared to what is coming next.
I hope the others slept better than I did.
Thanks for meeting me out here.
Of course, Robbie. What is on your mind?
I woke up with this funny feeling this morning.
Oh, and what was that?
Well, I got out of bed, got dressed, looked in the mirror, and saw the Ghost Rider standing before me. You know, the real deal. And you know, it didn't feel weird. It was like I knew I could handle anything the day handed to me. No problem. What's with that?
It is a miracle.
What's a miracle?
Do you not see? Your imposter syndrome is gone.
Imposter syndrome? What's that?
What you have been suffering from all along. Not believing you were the real spirit of vengeance when, indeed, you are.
Well, you believing in me helped me believe in myself, if that makes any sense. So, I guess, you cured me.
I am heartened to hear that, Robbie, but you overcame your own demons. No offense to Sparky, of course. The credit goes all to you.
You know, I was thinking, once all of this is over, I'm gonna go back to my old stomping ground, have my very own homecoming moment.
Ready for your hero's welcome?
Ready for some neighborhood deep cleaning? You should come with. Got plenty of bad guys in East LA that are long due for a tune-up from our badass hunter Ghost Rider duo.
We are one deadly duo, or should I say more like a trio with the spirit.
Duo, trio, all the same. Me and Sparky both know who's the Ghost Rider, right? He says right. And a few other things, but we agree on the basics. The Ghost Rider is Robbie Reyes, and I'm ready to bring some of that back home.
And I look forward to helping you do that someday.
Yeah, well, we're both gonna have to wait a minute on that. This flaming gearhead ain't riding off to the sunset before we finish what we started. And as always, I've got your back.
You know, when I first heard about Lilith and her apocalypse, I was skeptical that a resurrected half-demon warrior from the 17th century was going to be our best shot at beating her forces of darkness back.
And now?
Nico and company made the right call when they raised you from the dead, because I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to save the day.
I'm not going to save the day alone. We all are, as a team.
See? That's what I'm talking about. You know how to lead a team in the right direction.
I am just following in your footsteps.
There are 3 ways to lead, Hunter. By example, and by example. When I enlisted, I was 90 pounds soaking wet. A light breeze would have knocked me over. Not what you call captain material. But I didn't give up. And I won't let you either. No, that can't be. I had that dream too.
Maybe it was something we ate.
Don't you mean someone?
I don't know. This stinks of a hex or a curse or something.
If we all had the same nightmare, does that mean we all share the same subconscious neurosis?
God, I hope not.
The probability of every single one of us walking the same dream state is 1 billion to 1. It must mean something.
Yeah, it means we might want to have a little chat with our friendly neighborhood hunter.
Oh, I knew I should have let Mr. Murdoch copyright that for me.
I still can't get that image out of my mind.
Same here, and that's saying a lot these days.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this all.
There is... the parchment.
I knew that page would find a way of messing with our heads.
Or maybe it was warning us about you-know-who.
Did you have the dream?
What dream?
I'm here if you want to talk about it.
I'm assuming you had the same dream last night as the rest of us.
I am pretty sure I did not. What was it?
I'll let Wanda tell you. She's better at communicating those kinds of things. All I can say is, what I saw last night made me worry about you.
I appreciate the concern, Robbie, but I'm all right. Whatever happened was just a dream.
Yeah, you seem all right standing here in the light of day. But that dream last night? Feels like too much of a coincidence that every single person in this abbey shared it.
I wish I could explain it.
Maybe it is the page, messing with us, trying to make us suspicious of each other.
It is possible. The full effects of the Parchment of Power have gone largely unstudied.
And they will remain unstudied. Honestly, I can't wait for it to be destroyed.
So, you are not going to read it?
Hell no. And not just because I suspect it's giving me bad dreams. Because I know whatever Blaze read set him off so hard that he betrayed us.
Are you afraid of reading the page because you think you would betray us, Robbie?
Kinda. Yeah.
I do not think you ever could. You are made of stronger stuff than Blaze.
Thanks, Hunter. It makes me feel better. But I'm still not chancing it. I think Wanda wants to talk to you. I should stop monopolizing your time and let her get a word in. Oh, and Hunter?
Yes, Robbie?
Take care of yourself, okay? Like, really take care.
I always do. What is everyone so upset about?
A nightmare. We all had the same one last night, and it has unnerved us. Wondering if you had the same one too. Would be weird if you were the only one in the Abbey who didn't.
You mean the one about Lilith?
Wait, you had a dream about Lilith?
Is that not the one you all had?
No, Hunter. We had a dream about you. And it was a pretty awful one, too.
What? What about me?
Let's just say you... something threw you above us. Your face twisted in what could only be described as extreme agony. And that's as far as I want to remember. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, it was just a dream, right?
Probably. Everything will be all right.
I just hope you're all right. Nightmare or not, it's shaken us up.
Wanda, I promise you. It was just a dream.
How can you be so sure? We should probably stop talking now. Everyone is staring.
They are staring?
Yep.
They really are frightened, are they not?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, everyone here is just as afraid of me as they are of you.
The parchment days are numbered, Hunter. Come down to the forge.
Once, I dreamt that I grew 4 more arms after the radioactive spider bite. Then I also grew mouth pincers. I even turned into a giant spider and went full kaiju on Midtown. So, no more late night binging.
I'm trying to assume it was Lilith in all our heads last night. Don't prove me wrong, Hunter. Come on over, Hunter. I'm slinging some hot, fresh, parchment-blasting tech here.
Is this it? Is this the thing that will destroy the parchment?
Well, you better believe it. That's the Gamma Accelerator. Plus a few tips taken from dear old Dad's notes. Plus a few crucial adjustments. Plus some revolutionary new tech created on the fly.
Are you sure it will work?
I'm sure you've got a million questions. Come to the war room and you can hear my full spiel. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
I'm quite pleased with these results. Last night was no dream. Lilith in...
Got more coil for me? It was all a dream. Next time, could you dream increments? I'll even take one of those dreams where we're all late to class, and it's test day, and we're all in our pajamas. You know, the usual kind of dread.
Lilith is toying with our emotions and our minds because she is desperate for the parchment. She is frightened of us. That said, something still isn't making sense. The whole picture is fuzzy. What have you brought me today? This really is... This will greatly advance our research capabilities.
What are we building today?
Your power is certainly growing.
I don't care what the dream implied. You're no villain. It'll take more than Lilith's mind hexery to shake my faith in you, Hunter.
Weird dreams, huh?
Anytime now, Tony.
Only reason to listen to Tony is to get directions to the rap party.
You believe the cause is lost?
Didn't say that. Did not say that either. I've seen the world end a few times, and I'm still here to talk about it.
That is not saying much. You have a healing factor.
We can't all be born as unlucky as me.
Lilith has marked us all. I am tempted to say our fate is in her hands.
Fate. The other F word.
Scoff if you would like. Lilith believes in destiny. The problem is, we believe in our own destinies too.
You sound like Steve.
My words are my own, not Captain America's or Lilith's.
Steve's a good thing. Especially with what we gotta do. One thing we can agree on, hell ain't coming. Hell is already here.
I envy your hunting skills.
I guess I'll say, aw shucks.
Maybe I shouldn't be so gung-ho about you confronting Lilith. Lilith's messing with our mind.
Coffee makes the bad dreams go away. Trust me. Just don't stir in any sugar or milk. Believe me, if I thought Lilith had any influence over you, well, there's a reason that I'm glad she doesn't. Where's the webhead with my coffee?
I don't like these apocalypse willies. I don't think the others have any nerves left to fray. I know we can't control our dreams, Hunter. Maybe we can help you learn not to share them.
Let's address the spooky elephant in the room. Dreams are weird, huh?
You'd bet. I'm usually a light sleeper, but last night I felt like I couldn't wake up.
Even a sorcerer...
Practice makes perfect. We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
Hydra won't want to tussle.
Let's do this.
Let's see him try to handle it now.
No pain, no gain. Don't worry about me. I'll meditate until you're ready. We need any advantage we can get.
And just sit back. Always improvements to be made.
The fire burns brighter. Yeah, I guess it is a tough decision.
I don't remember signing up for the Dream Sharing Club. How do I unsubscribe?
Chaos magic is a huge drain on my mental health, you know.
You and Lilith was not the worst nightmare I've ever had. But I am still unsettled by it.
Time to take it to the next level.
Just give me a target.
Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Seems like everyone had a restless night. I hate to ask this, but are you all right?
Of course I am.
You sure? The dream, I mean, nightmare we all had of you.
The one everyone had, but no one will tell me about?
Let's just say you should be grateful to have your collar to protect you.
Protect me from what, exactly?
Your mother, Hunter. Who else? If it wasn't for that collar, who knows how she might be able to manipulate you? I wouldn't put it past her to invade your dreams, the way I think she just invaded ours last night.
She knows the parchment is here.
And is desperate for it, I'm sure. We should all be on guard. In any case, best to keep our wits about us. I just don't want anything to happen to you, kiddo.
I don't like to say that I do my best work under pressure, but I think this time, I even amazed myself.
It looks impressive. I just hope it does what you say it will.
Everyone is so nervous about that. Wait until you see my presentation. Like I always say, if you're gonna make a leap into the unknown, do it with Stark Tech by your side.
If you manage to stop the prophecy, I will be the first to sing your praises.
So you're promising karaoke. I'm gonna hold you to that, Hunter. This thing won't fail.
What about your father's research? Do you feel comfortable using it as the basis for this canon?
I'm only perfecting the stuff he started. It's like I took all the skeletons out of my family closet, dusted them off, and now they're going to do community service.
It is powered by skeletons.
Don't worry, figure of speech. No actual skeletons in there, just massive amounts of gamma radiation. Our friend Banner thought he was going to use it to get supercharged. But this thing's going to shut his team down, permanently.
Let us keep our attention on destroying the parchment. We can deal with Hulk after.
Oh, come on! I know multitasking probably wasn't a thing in your olden times, but it's the only way I get stuff done. Plus, I can't get Banner out of my mind.
So, what now?
Now comes the hard part, explaining my plan to the team. I wonder if I have time to whip up some diagrams. People love diagrams.
Stay out of trouble.
Hunter, hello.
Let's talk, Hunter. I spend a lot of my focus on making sure I don't accidentally turn everyone into bobblehead dolls.
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
Hydra has a remote server attached to one of their squads in this area, and they've been using it to store communications data captured on the nearby consoles.
Never lost interest in me.
Stark and Carol have done most of the legwork, but you still need to access those consoles to retrieve the data.
Let's get started.
Looks like you could use this.
Arigato.
This shouldn't take long.
Restore our strength!
Whatever gets the job done.
I'm saving my energy.
That's an interesting technique.
Time to bleed. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation. You asked for it.
This should be good. I'm gonna get you for that.
That's not the person.
More of her servants join the fray!
At this rate, we'll be home soon. should be useful.
I will not be defeated!
Was it worth it?
Watch close.
Where have I seen that before?
Embrace your end!
We should help him. Another wave?
You ready to save the world?
Thanks for the save.
That will not distract me! I fear no end! That'll work.
I see what you're after.
My fate is no different from yours.
Don't blame. Give the mother my regards in hell. Here it comes.
You're getting pretty good at that.
I know what to expect.
It's true!
There's more of them on the way.
Anyone that touches me is going down.
If you let them destroy that server, all of our work here is meaningless.
chaos consumes him.
It was a good try, at least.
Should get the blood pumping.
I know what my future holds. That will not distract me. I fear no end.
Lucky effort.
It is my purpose.
They called in some friends.
They did a number on me. Get it done any way we know how.
I'll follow your target.
My fate is no different from yours.
Here we go.
You've recovered the data. Excellent work out there.
So don't get mad, but Caretaker wants to run Emo Kids tonight.
I do not mind. Why would that make me mad?
I'm a little mad. I don't want her thinking she's in charge now. Alright, let's do this.
Lead the way.
How much did Nico tell you about tonight's meeting?
She said you are leading it.
I suspect you have an opinion on the matter. Say what you must.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I can handle it.
I do not want you going through this again.
Oh, kiddo. Hard to mourn someone when they're standing in front of you. Tonight I will cocoon your conscious mind from your past self. When you are ready, we can safely observe the events of your death.
We can begin.
What is the last memory on the night of your death?
Lilith, asking me to join her.
Keep it close. That's where you'll begin.
All right.
What do you see?
Lilith and I face each other in the circle. Join you? Why would I ever do that?
Since my transformation, I have made so many children, yet all pale beside my greatest creation. My true child. Perfect. Conceived in my very image.
I am nothing like you.
Not yet. But you will be. When I remove the shackles that bind
No.
you.
I will never stand by your side.
Foolish child. You have no choice in the... But we can no longer afford such lies.
I cannot move. The Darkhold. She has the Darkhold.
You cling to the delusions of your captors. Embrace your true self trapped within.
She lifts the Darkhold high. She...
That's it? That's how the hunter died?
There's nothing more.
So the hunter died because of a book?
Miss Rasputin, the Darkhold is hardly a book.
So Lilith read the hunter to death.
I guess she channeled her demon powers through the Darkhold.
Ugh, still a boring way to die.
What did Lilith mean about your true self?
We are finding more questions than answers.
True, but we have someone here who can help decipher them. Sarah knows her sister better than anyone alive. Perhaps she has insight on what Lilith meant.
I will talk to Sarah.
Sounds good. Another meeting completed. You heading out?
In a minute.
Let me know when you're heading out.
You died predictably.
You sound disappointed.
Death for the hunter should not be so banal. Next time, add some spice. Get your legs stuck in a combine harvester. Have a sack of starving weasels tied around your face. Anything but demon powers.
I think that's it. You leaving?
That is it for me.
Sounds good. See you next meeting.
I wouldn't have guessed we'd become such fast friends, Hunter, but I will.
Chaos magic is a huge drain on my mental health, you know. Bunazua. Thanks for coming out to meet me.
You wanted to talk?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you a question, if that's all right.
Ask away.
Why are you being so nice to me? I mean, I was your mortal enemy at some point, and I was the one who... you know, with Agatha. Wasn't expecting you, of all people, to warm up to me.
We all make mistakes, Wanda. And we all deserve a chance to make up for them.
Well, I've made some pretty big ones. Some would say unforgivable, even. Not sure if you noticed, but everyone seems to be afraid of me around here. Everyone except for you, that is.
Come on, Wanda. You are not that scary.
Are you sure? Because you seemed pretty scared when I was your adversary.
Me? No. It takes a lot to frighten me.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling about you. Anyway, I just wanted to say, thanks for not hating me. Or something along those lines. I'm glad you're here.
You too, Wanda.